Good day, good day, good day. Good day to all who's out there. This is King B as I navigate my way through this park on another cloudy, dreary, cool day. If you know anything about me, I do not like the cold. I can't stand cold weather. It doesn't feel natural to me at all. But anyway, today, as I'm walking through this park, my mind is on, I'm thinking about reparations and reparations for us, the melanated family. You know, there has been and continue to be conversations about reparations. There's been talk about reparations for decades, right? Going all the way back to the 50s. I remember watching a brother on TikTok, can't remember his name, but I saw a brother talking about it on TikTok. He did the research and he put the information out about, they was talking about reparations back in the 1950s. And that's all they will do is talk about it, you know. And we see them dishing all this money out to Ukraine and other countries every year, billions and billions of dollars every single year. In fact, I've done a video about that. I'm talking about this subject. Every single year, United States government dishes out billions of dollars every single year to various countries. Every year, while we sit and struggle, right? While some of us at the store doing math in our heads, making sure we don't go over a certain dollar amount. You know, we're standing there looking in our cart and making sure, you know, doing the math in our head, making sure we don't embarrass ourselves at the register because we done got one or two things over, you know, and went over our budget, right? You got these people who've come over across the border and they getting all this free money and you know, free medical and free this and free that, and showing there's videos out there of they got all this money and receipts with thousands of dollars stacked up, stored up, and yeah, we see it. You know, it stings because we look at our situation and we say, well, what did we get? But as I think about reparations, I start to think about this. A question comes to my mind, and this is the question that comes to my mind, right? What is the price for all of the blood spilt for our ancestors who lost their land, right? Because understand, not all of us our people were slaves. A lot of that was lynchings, was about taking the land and our ancestors refusing to sell their land. You understand, they had hundreds of acres of land and they took care of their land and they were farming, you know, and they refused to sell the land, so they just got the land taken from them, right? That's what a lot of the lynches was about. When you look at the history and you do the research and you start to dig, What is the price for the blood spilt? What is the price? What is the price for our ancestors that moved on? What is the price? What's the dollar amount for the blood that continues to be spilled right now, today? We're still finding our young men, our young women, our young men especially, young brothers, being suspended from trees, right? And they putting it on. They saying, well, the black men are depressed and suffering from some type of mental disorder or whatever they try, however they try to spin it, right? That's what they're saying about us, right? You know, they're saying that I'm self-inflicted. You know, they're suspending themselves from the trees, right? No investigations. This is going on right now as I'm talking to you. You know, I've done a couple of videos. I've done videos on this, on a couple of cases that are ongoing, and all of the other cases that go unreported get swept under the rug. So what's the price? What's the dollar amount? Right? What about our children? What about our young women and our children, our babies that are getting trafficked? Still going on, happening today. What's the dollar amount? What's the price? Right? What dollar amount is enough to say, okay, yeah, that's a good, that's good right there. That feel good right there. Okay. We're satisfied with that. So that's my question. That's my question right there. And once that question pops up in my head, when I start to think about reparations, once that question pops in my head, that's the end of reparations for me. Because for me, the way I see it, there is no dollar amount. I don't care if it's trillions of dollars. There is no dollar amount that would make me feel any better about what they have done to us, what has happened to our ancestors, and what is continuing to happen right now today. There's no dollar amount that will satisfy me. They can keep their money, as far as I'm concerned. There's no dollar amount that would suffice. That's my opinion when it comes to reparations. That's just how I feel about it. I know others feel different. They want some money. For me, they can keep their money. There's no dollar amount that'll ever make me feel satisfied for what has happened to us and what's continuing to happen to us. What we really talking about here? Reparations, right? How you gonna spend it, and what you gonna spend it on? That'll be, whoever's watching this, that'll be your opinion. If you was to get some money, what you gonna do with it? What you gonna spend it on? How you gonna spend it? But let me tell you something. They got plans. They have multiple plans, right? These devils, stay busy, right? We got elections coming up, and they got plans. We'll see what happens. There's talks of there's not even going to be any elections. I keep seeing that. I keep seeing that. That is a real good chance there might not even be an election. I keep seeing people talking about, I just seen watch something earlier about plans for blackouts and, you know, shutting the power down, off rather, and things happening. Well, we'll see. And for those of you out here listening, you better get ready, prepare yourselves, right? Because we're gonna have some fighting times ahead. So you better be ready for anything that may come your way that you may have to face. And for my brothers out there, for my men out there, be ready to stand tall and stand in front of your women to protect our women and our children and our babies, right? At all costs. Because this is where we at. And this is what we really need to be talking about. Okay? Because we're at war, and for us, we've been out, for my people, we've been at war. It's nothing new. We're suffering from amnesia, too many of us, right? Because we've been prisoners of war, right? Because these are our lands, all right? But that's just how I feel when it comes to reparations. You know, I remember some Jehovah's Witnesses knocked on my door one time, and I was talking to them, you know, and I brought this up. I told them, I said, imagine somebody break into your house, break into your home, and do horrible things in front of you to your women, your children, you know, and you know, murder your family members and take your property, and then create unjust codes and statutes and laws that you have to follow. You know, how would you feel about that? Because that's what's happened. You know, that's what happened. But this is our story. This is our struggle. This is our fight. But anyway, and it goes deeper than that. But I'm gonna cut it there and continue on my stroll in this park. But back to reparations. In my opinion, they can keep their money. They can keep their money. Get off our land and give us our land back. You know, that's the way I stand with it. That's how I feel, right? You know, remember with the stimulus packages, what was people spending it on, right? Just give it right back to them, but to each his own. To each his own. But again, to summarize, what's the price? What's the dollar amount? You know, what's the price for the lives of our people, our ancestors, and our young people, and our women and our children that are being trafficked still to this day? What's the dollar amount? What's the price to make you turn a blind eye and say, okay, we good? You know, we good. Debt is paid. What's the dollar amount? Because that's the question that pops in my mind whenever I think of reparations. And once that question pops in my mind, that's the end of me thinking about reparation. Because there is no dollar amount. There's no dollar amount that can make me forget about the blood that's spilled and the blood that continues to be spilled. There's no dollar amount for the children and the babies suffering, right? Having, you know, organ harvesting. There's no dollar amount that can compare that would ever make me forget. There's no dollar amount that I will ever even accept. There's no trade-off for that. And that's just how I feel. Y'all be safe out there. Stay warm out there, right? Because it's cool out here. And it may be cool where you at. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Love yourself unconditionally. Keep your loved ones close. Have these real conversations, right? Be courageous. To my brothers out there, stand strong. Protect your communities. Let's protect the communities. Let's protect the women. Let's protect the children. Let's protect our babies. Let's do a better job as men, right? To my sisters out there, let's support each other. Let's support the brothers who are standing tall to protect you and protect the children and to protect the babies, right? Peace and love to you all. This is King B. Stay ready. Stay prepared. Let's pay attention and let's watch each other backs. I'm gone.